Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Christy with This Country Girl's Life, and I'm here to do a short video today about Cara Caudill Cox, who's been missing for 2 months since yesterday. I wanted to do this video yesterday, but I managed to injure myself and things happened and it didn't get done, so here we are today. You may hear my dishwasher, you may hear my dogs because it's blazing hot, you may hear my house chicken, and you may hear my daughter. But that's okay, it is what it is, and we're here to talk about Cara today. So, here's Cara's missing flyer. You've seen it before, but you're going to see it again because I want you to study it, I want you to learn it, and I want you to know it by heart because I want all of you out there, eyes open, looking for Cara wherever you are. Cara is 41 years old. She has brown hair and brown eyes. She's about 5'5" and she weighs 170 pounds. She has friends, family, 2 sons, a church family, lots of people who love her and just want to bring her home. And we're going to try our best to do that for them. So, let's talk a little bit about the case. If you're not familiar with the case, I do have a playlist for Cara, and I really encourage you to go back and watch my last video. It's about an hour long, but it's very informative. We show you the area near where she was last seen, really give you an idea of what we're dealing with here, the type of terrain, the lack of facilities. It's the Mojave Desert, people. It also gives you a little insight into her boyfriend, Adam Stapp, who we are not going to get into other than how he figures into this case. I don't want to waste time on Adam today. I just want to talk about Cara and bringing her home. So this is what we know. Cara left Oklahoma with Adam to accompany him. He's a truck driver, and he was making a haul to California, and she went with him. And she had done this in the past, but in the past, she had always let somebody know that she was going and when she would be back. Like one of her sons, her uncle, somebody always knew. And this time they didn't. And maybe that's unusual. Maybe it was a last minute decision. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. But Cara left her car at a Love's travel stop in Seminole, Oklahoma, and it was later found there abandoned. Now, I asked her sister, why would she leave her car at the truck stop versus leaving it at Adam's house? And Adam didn't have a house. Adam lives out of his truck. And she said that in the past, Adam had picked her sister up at the Sand Springs Walmart, which Sand Springs is where Cara was living, or she had left it at truck stops in the past and then come back to retrieve it when they got back into Oklahoma. This time, Cara did not come back and retrieve her truck. Cara did not return with Adam, even though he returned with all of her belongings, except for her cell phone. Now, the last time Cara was heard from was on May 15th, and she was in Arizona. And from what I understand, nothing seemed amiss. It sounded like everything was going okay. But after the 15th, there was nothing. She didn't contact anybody. She didn't use her social media. Nothing. And this is unusual. Cara was the kind of person that she didn't talk to everybody every day, but she always talked to somebody every day. And after the 15th, there is no communication from Cara. And when people try to get a hold of her, there's no response. Her sister sent her money on CashApp because she knew she didn't have anything and that she would need that money to take care of herself out there and get home. The money was never accepted by Cara. So she's really just vanished, basically. Now, I wish I was here today with an update for you, but I'm not. The reason for doing this video today is because I wanted to mark the fact that Cara's been gone for 2 months. No one has talked to Cara for 2 whole months. And I don't want this case to go cold. I don't want it to be forgotten. Cara is a Native American woman. She is part of the Muskogee Creek Nation here in Oklahoma. And these cases notoriously do not get covered as they should. Not just Native American cases, but cases out of Oklahoma in general just don't seem to garner the amount of press as some others do. So that's why I'm here. I'm here to get the word out about these cases. Right now, I'm very concerned for Cara because of the environment that she could be in. And I really want to return her to her family. And I can only do that with people like you and this wonderful community. My little growing community here, which I'm so proud of. You are all so wonderful. But the true crime community as a whole, we can come together and we can get eyes on this case, and we can make sure that people don't stop looking, that people don't forget Cara, that she's out there somewhere and she needs to be found. So, as I've asked before in my other videos, I'd like you to print out her flyer, pin it up if you go on any trips this summer, which I know a lot of us take road trips in the summer. And I'm asking you to do this no matter where you are or where you're going. Yes, Cara could be between California and Oklahoma, but if I put myself in Cara's position, I would do anything I could to get home to my family. So, and this is all speculation, this is not based in fact, this is just me trying to put myself in her position. She could have hitchhiked, she could have got a ride from another trucker perhaps, I don't know. But knowing that that is a possibility means that Cara could be anywhere, not just between California and Oklahoma, because truckers go everywhere. So she could be out east, she could be up north, she could be down south, she could literally be anywhere. So I want eyes out there everywhere. And not just that, but I know a lot of truckers have cameras, and maybe they were in the same area as Cara and Adam. If they go back through their footage, they might be able to spot the truck, they might be able to spot Cara, something. And then that gives us, okay, they were in this place at this time, and it gives us a little more information, another nugget that we can throw in there and use that to figure out what the timeline of events was. Now, why do we need to do that? Because Adam, who, like I said, I'm not going to focus on him today, but Adam, when her family realized she was missing, he helped her sister look for her for 3 days here in Oklahoma, knowing she was not here. Yes. After he said that Cara had been in the truck with him, he then said he had left her near a casino in Arizona. Then he changed the story and said, actually, the last place he saw her was at a rest area in Essex, California. Essex is located off of Interstate 40, also known as Old Route 66. Now, why this is important is because it's the Mojave Desert. It's hot. It's not great terrain, and there's nothing there. Essex is actually considered a ghost town. There's no facilities in town. So it would be quite a feat for Cara to have walked somewhere, and she would be on foot. She would, sorry, that was my dog Shiloh. She would have had to walk quite far to get anywhere that had any kind of facilities. So I know truckers have cameras. A lot of people have cameras these days. So if you are going through your footage, just look on the flyer. It has all of the information about Adam's truck, everything that you would need to know. And just see, did you see this truck? Did you see Cara? Did you see Adam? And if you did, just go ahead and call that tip in. And the number on the flyer is for JATHAN Hunt. He's the private investigator on this case. I talked about him in my last video. I gave you a lot of great information about all the wonderful things that JATHAN and his team do. You can call JATHAN. The number's right there. 405-259-7474. And he is in contact with the FBI, who are handling Cara's case now. You can give JATHAN a tip. He is not with law enforcement. So if you're not comfortable talking with law enforcement, with the authorities, you can call JATHAN and you can give what information you have, and your information will be completely confidential. He can give the relevant information to the FBI so they can follow up on that tip, follow up on that lead, and you can stay out of it. So please, I'm asking you, if you know anything, if you saw anything, go ahead and call that number, 405-259-7474. That's JATHAN. Give him that tip. It's very important because we need to bring Cara home. So, if you travel along any major interstate and you guys stop, pin up one of her flyers, and you never know, it might spark something in somebody. And I also want you to share Cara's story with everyone you know. Share this video. Share it on all your social media. Share, share, share. That is a free way to help. It's the biggest way that you can help, because every time you share, that puts more eyes on Cara's case. And that's what we need right now. More people, more eyes out there looking for Cara. Share her poster, share her story. Let everyone know what has happened and keep it alive. Keep this case going, because you don't know, the smallest tip could be exactly what we need right now. I don't know Cara. I've never met Cara, but I would really like to someday. And to do that, we need to get her back to Oklahoma. We need to get her home to everybody that loves her and misses her so much. So I'm going to show you a picture. I showed it in my past videos. And Cara, she has a tattoo. And I really feel like the tattoo is going to be important. Take a look at this tattoo. Screenshot this if you have to. Cara has a green Care Bear tattoo on her right shoulder. And I feel like this is probably one of the best identifiers that we could have, because Cara could have a different haircut, she could have a different color hair, any number of things could be disguising Cara. But this tattoo is still going to be there, and it can still be used to identify her. So if you see somebody with a green Care Bear tattoo on their right shoulder, right in this area, if you see that on somebody, even if you think it doesn't look like Cara, go ahead and call that tip in. I don't care if you call it into your local authorities, like wherever you're at, when you see it, that maybe that's the best thing to do. I don't really know, because somebody could get there right away. But call JATHAN as well, because it needs to be checked out. Maybe it's not Cara, entirely possible. But don't worry if you're calling in a tip and you think, it's not her. Go ahead and call it in, because it needs to be checked out, just in case. Just in case. I'm going to go ahead and put our missing flyer back up here. And like I said, I want you to study this. I want you to learn everything you can off of this flyer about Cara, about the truck, and just keep an eye out, please. That's all I can ask. Well, that's not all I can ask. I can ask that you give this video a thumbs up, because that helps boost it into the algorithm of YouTube, and it gets it out there to more people. And like I said, that's what we want, right? We want more people and more eyes on Cara and her story, and keeping it out there and keeping it active and keeping people looking for Cara. So please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And thank you so much to all of you who have. I love you all. You're a great community that we're coming together here, and we're going to do great things for a lot of people. I know we are. You guys are fantastic. You guys keep it so respectful in your comments, and I appreciate that so much, because the family watches these videos, and we don't want to do anything that would upset the family at this point. They're going through enough. So thank you so much for keeping it respectful, for sharing your ideas with me about, has this been checked? Has that been checked? I really do appreciate it. And I read every one of your comments, and I always try to respond back. So if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. Share, share, share. Share on your social media. Share everywhere you can. Tell other people to come over here and watch. Give it a thumbs up. Let's boost it into the algorithm, and let's keep Cara's story out there. Thank you so much for coming and joining me today with my crazy hair and my injury and my dogs and my dishwasher and my chicken and my daughter. I really, really appreciate you taking time out of your day to spend with me and learn about Cara. Thank you so much, and I will see you all again in the next one.